And Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lu Kang has said the United States is always selective when it comes to its application of international law, citing it only when it sees a fit and discarding it otherwise, as we heard just now. And he called on the U.S. to think over its words and deeds, stop fanning the flames of the illegal arbitration and meddling in the South China Sea. Here's a look at the attitude in Washington's.
A somewhat patchy record on the international law. A glance at history tells us the U.S. has not let legal niceties stop the pursuit of its policy objectives. It has not ratified many of the most important multilateral treaties, including the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. In the 1980s, Nicaragua brought a lawsuit against the U.S. in the International Court of Justice, alleging that the CIA had mined its harbor and was funding paramilitary counter forces fighting to overturn the country's government. The U.S. responded by denying the court's jurisdiction and not acknowledging the case. The World Court managed to find the jurisdiction and ultimately ruled that the U.S. breached international law in violating the country's sovereignty. Then, the U.S. used its vetoing rights repeatedly to block enforcement in the UN Security Council. The American ambassador infamously characterized the court as a semi-legal, semi-judicial, semi-political body, which nations sometimes accept and sometimes don't. In the end, only partial resolution was reached through diplomatic negotiations. Inconsistencies as such could leave people wondering whether the U.S. views the international law merely as an instrument it is able to bend for its own convenience as a global power.